All right, how about we dive in with another reading from The Secret Language of Birthdays book by Gary Goldschneider and Joost Elfers for June 7th, the day of the entertainer. And the illustration as shown is of a flounder. Well, that's my assumption. I'm not a marine biologist, but it kind of looks like what I think a flounder looks like. Could be a clownfish as far as I know. That's no clownfish. Hey, is it June 7th and it's your birthday today? Well, if it is, I just want to extend you my warm wishes for a happy birthday. And if this video finds you long after your birthday has happened, well, I hope you had a happy birthday. And for everyone else who's just joining us out of curiosity or randomly dropping in, I want to say welcome, and I hope you enjoy yourself. All right, let's dive in, shall we? Your month is June, and your day is the 7th. And your sign is 15 to 17 degrees Gemini of the Gemini II period specifically. And your quality and element is mutable, air. June 7th, the day of the entertainer. June 7 people not only have their finger on the public pulse, but often set the fashion for their social set or family. These colorful figures may be impractical or unreliable dreamers, but they sure know how to pick up on the wishes and thoughts of others. Indeed, their confidence and charisma can lead to disappointment in the sense that they may be chosen to fill a commanding role for which they are not suited. Nonetheless, they should venture out to achieve wider acclaim in society at large, as those born on this day have what it takes to captivate others with their seductive charm. Often this talent is employed in an easy manner, free of self-consciousness or calculation. It is very important to the lasting success of June 7 people that they go deeply into life and not be content to skim merrily along on its surface. Often judged to be superficial, they must expand their horizons beyond the material aspects of life, such as clothes, car, house, and money. This will also be a key factor in determining whether or not they can form close friendships and deep commitments. Should they refuse to seek a more profound basis for their lives, they will generally fail repeatedly to establish intimacy in their personal relationships. Those born this day may be unaware of their deficiencies until one day someone they really care about breaks the news to them. Perhaps not too gently either. Usually the quote-unquote language at which June 7 people excel is decidedly nonverbal, and may not be particularly intellectual either. Visual and body language come naturally to them, as does the language of love. Their desire to seduce others, either literally or figuratively, is commensurate with their skills to do so. This seduction may take both a physical and verbal form. Unfortunately, what signifies much to others may for the June 7 person be merely a passing fancy. Thus, their ability to disappoint is great. At times, June 7 people may show a tendency towards seemingly bizarre behavior. And for the most part, this is a harmless diversion. Perhaps they are just trying out a new activity or manner of expression, as someone else might try on a new hat. Indeed, June 7 people are some of the most fun people in the year, and this is particularly true when they play the host. June 7 people are decidedly sensuous and physical types who enjoy many forms of movement and body contact. In addition, they delight in shocking people and playing jokes. And most of all, they despise pretentious types who put on airs. Even when highly successful, those born on this day pride themselves in keeping common touch and remaining in tune with the times. Entertainment is probably what gives them the greatest satisfaction, whether appreciating a performance or performing themselves. All right, let's move on to those born on this day, but don't click away too quick. If you just don't want to hear this and advance on to your numbers and planets and tarot, just use the chapters down there. That's what I effort to put those in there for. Anyway, I find it important we know who was born on this day so we know what company June 7th people are in. All right. Paul Gauguin, a French post-impressionist painter, sculptor, ceramicist, and left business and family to paint, and he worked briefly with Van Gogh and moved to Tahiti, where he married 13-year-old girl. Who else do we have? We have Prince, the singer, songwriter, entertainer. Tom Jones, a Welsh singer, entertainer. Al Jolson, singer, Yiddish entertainer, songwriter. Jessica Tandy, the stage, TV, and film actress. And we have Beau Bremel, who's a British dandy. He sets style for men's clothing and manners. Committed the debtor's prison and died in French mental institution. We have Rocky Graziano, a world middleweight boxing champion, personality, and subject of the film Somebody Up There Likes Me, and an entertainer. George Sell, who's a conductor, a Cleveland Orchestra, and a pianist. We have Philippe Entremont, who was a French pianist conductor. And James Ivory, a film director of A Room with a View, who's also a producer. We have Thurman Munson, a baseball catcher, Rookie of the Year, MVP, and killed in a plane crash. Elizabeth Bowen, an Irish short story writer, novelist, A World of Love. We have Tal Farlow, a jazz guitarist. Virginia Apgar was a physician, anesthesiologist, and devised the scoring system for rating health of newborns. We also have Arnie Sultan, a comedy writer. Empress Charlotte, a Mexican ruler. We have Leopold Auer, a violin pedagogue, and taught Hefes and other greats. Randy Turpin, a British heavyweight boxing champion. Pietro Anagoni, an Italian artist and portrait painter. And Vivian Kellums, an industrialist. All right, moving on to your numbers and your planets. Those born on the 7th of the day are ruled by the number 7 and by the planet Neptune. Because Neptune is the watery planet ruling visions, dreams, and psychic phenomena, those governed by the number 7 must guard against falling into a state of unreality. Number 7 people also typically change and travel. Fortunately, this does not create conflicts for those born on June 7, because they are generally adaptable and suited for change, which is underlined by Mercury's rulership of Gemini. All right, moving on to your tarot. The 7th card in the major arcana is the Chariot, which shows a triumphant figure moving through the world, manifesting his physical presence in a dynamic way. And this card may be interpreted to mean that no matter how narrow or precarious the correct path, one must continue on. The good side of this card posits success, talent, and efficiency. And the bad side indicates a dictatorial attitude and a poor sense of direction. Moving on to your health. June 7 people are usually very concerned about their physical health and appearance. Therefore, they are easily persuaded that a regular trip to the doctor is a good idea, and neither do they find tiresome good grooming, care of skin and nails, or maintaining a beautiful figure. This generally holds true for their diets as well. Although they are not necessarily interested in eating healthful foods and may even have strong cravings for junk food or sweets, they know when they are going wrong and soon get back on track. Regular meals are a joy for June 7 people as long as they don't have to eat alone. Also, overly serious or stone-faced companions may take away their appetite completely. Flamboyant sports and unconventional forms of exercise attract those born on this day. A wide variety of sensuous and sexual experiences are recommended, but caution should be exercised when called for. All right, and here is some advice. Beware of your seductive powers. You may lead others on and regret it later. Try to entertain yourself and be more independent of your need for an audience. Study your subjects as thoroughly as possible, and be just as serious about what you say. All right, and here is your meditation. Human beings are like flowers, at once so delicate and durable. Okay, Here are your strengths and your weaknesses. Your strengths, you're entertaining, you're funny, and you're charming. Your weaknesses, you're undependable, preoccupied, and insensitive. Your season is spring. Once again, your sign is Gemini, of the Gemini II period specifically, and your quality and element is mutable air. And this has been June 7th, the day of the entertainer, from The Secret Language of Birthdays by Gary Goldschneider and Joost Elfers. I have an affiliate link for this book down in the description, so pick yourself up a copy or shop through the link if you want to support the channel. I greatly appreciate it. But just so you know, this thing is a great conversation starter if you have a coffee table and you bring people over for parties. You know how it is. They're June 7th people. You're the entertainer. You need something to get the conversation started once in a while, right? Don't use it as a crutch. Use it as, what do you say here? An ancillary tool to your already plentiful bag, so to speak. In any event, hey, if it was your birthday and it was June 7th, I just want to say happy birthday. And for everyone else who's just joining us, I hope you enjoyed yourself and you join us on your birthday. All right, take care of yourselves.